guys, welcome back to
Wild Bloods Adventure.
We are coming to you we're in Oregon today, and we decided to do a top 10.
Different.
Yeah, if you're full-time traveling with children, things you don't think about. I'm not talking about hoses. We're not talking about water filters, adapters. We're talking about them things you don't think about that you truly need when you're on the road, and especially if you're in a Class A. That's what we're in, so that's what we can speak to from driving it. So here we go. Let's get it going. Okay, first things first is drugs. You need drugs for, what do you get, baby, when I'm driving?
Anxiety.
Yes, it can be very stressful going over mountains,
curvy roads,
hairpin turns, all
other
that good
drivers.
Stuff. Need stuff to calm you down, but also if you have children, Dramamine. I mean, we have one child that needs this every trip that we go on. And then you got your melatonin. You definitely need that for children at night. Do you not?
Yes.
Sometimes you need to calm them down, and we need to calm down.
Yeah, you never know when somebody might, get a cold. So you got to make sure you've got stuff on hand, because sometimes in these parks, you're not close to grocery stores. You're not close to drugstores. And so you need to make sure you've got stuff in case somebody comes down with something. Stuff for fevers, headaches.
Yep. I do it for the headaches, and this is the good stuff here for us. Yeah, we won't say what they are.
It's Motrin.
It's Motrin. It's good stuff. But yeah, so you need it. I mean, just for the stressful times that you can have on the road. Okay, number 2 is
air freshener.
You need this. It's a small place to be in with 4 people.
And 2 cats.
Yes, and 2 cats. And sometimes when you're driving and you're going up the mountains, Georgia Gypsy likes to shake things around a little bit, and boy,
it's not always pleasant.
Yes, so if you don't have this, you will buy it, and you'll pay dearly for it, like we did in certain campgrounds. But you just need it. I mean, in this small of a room with all these pets and children around, it helps tremendously. And when you're in your confines, too.
Yep.
It helps there. But I can't say enough how. When it's getting light, you better be going to the store and getting another one so you have it. Or on travel days. Yeah, we're getting a little light.
We might need to go get some.
Yeah, we got this one. This one's not a good one. This is what we paid dearly for, this one.
And it's not
We don't like it, but
Febreze is awesome.
We got another one laying around here somewhere. But yeah, so air freshener, definitely a top 10 you don't think about. Okay, number 3, Deborah wanted to make sure we add this to it. And what is it, baby?
This, it's just a small plastic tote, but I can put it in the sink when we're in places either boondocking or someplace that does not have a sewer connect, because you don't want to fill up your tanks that much. So put it in the sink, fill it up with water, wash my dishes, and then we can dump it outside, because it's just sink water. You're not putting anything gross outside, but it keeps you from filling up your gray tank when you are not hooked up to sewer.
It is a necessity you do not think about, because you're not always full hookups, believe me.
And we did not have one originally.
Yes.
But after a few times of stressing about how am I going to do the dishes because we don't have sewer.
Yep. And we learn it fits perfectly in our sink.
Yep.
And you put it all in there. So that is number 3. Okay, this is one I like to add. It's auto glass cleaner. I would have never known it if I did not destroy my windshield and then on another one get a chip into the windshield. But when we went to Safe Light and they repaired our windshield, they gave us one of these. And I had another one from the previous stop. Before we go anywhere, day before travel day, we clean the windshields with it. Because, for one, when you're in a Class A, it's all about that front windshield and seeing the sights along the journey. Of course, you always, just clean at the gas station stuff. But this thing is amazing. When I clean the car, I'll use it on, the journey too. So it's one that you don't think about.
Well, and I use it on the mirrors and stuff in here. It works really well because you don't get streaks and When you got children, you get fingerprints on.
It's much better than Windex.
It is. It's so much better than the Windex. But
Yeah.
it cleans, and I'll do the inside of the windows as well, just
She's
throughout.
using up my container. Uh-oh. Now I know the truth. How it's going down so quickly.
Yeah, we need to come up with a way to get
I don't know if you can get them at the stores. Other one, it's from Safelight. They gave it to us for when they fixed ours. But I do want to look. It's a professional grade, so it is awesome when you want those views in certain areas. And we've been out west for the past 4 months, and we've enjoyed the views, and this has come a long way. Okay, our next one that we have is when you're on the road and when you're packing up a home, you have all your DVDs. We learned this from Family Fulfillment way back when we first started this thing, but it's all about conserving space when you're in an RV or a fifth wheel, travel trailer, anything. And our DVDs, what we did, we got rid of all the cases, and we used our 90 CD case, and we put all the kids' DVDs inside of it, so it's loaded with it, for them. It makes it so much easier. I mean, I don't know how many we have in here, 200 or something.
And some people might say, oh, well, you don't need to have movies. You should be outside enjoying nature, which is true. We do that a lot. But in the evenings when you come inside, some of these campsites, you can't
get cable if you don't have DirecTV or if you don't have Dish Network, which we don't.
And a lot of them don't have cable hookups, and so you've got to use the antenna. And if you can't get a good signal, then you've got nothing, and the kids will drive you insane. So we have this, or if it's a rainy day and they can't go outside and play, we've got something for them to do.
That's for at nighttime. We like having the TV on when we go to sleep. So we'll throw Avengers on or something if we don't get, the cable hookups, that we're at. And the kids like to pick a movie before they go to sleep at night. So it saves space. I mean, for all the movies to be confined to this, it is a necessity because you're thinking, what can I do? Where can this go?
Okay, and the next one that we've got, this is our Hotspot. We got this one with Verizon, but there's different ones out there. But this is great to have on travel days because the girls can play their tablets while we're driving, especially if it's one of those long road trips. It gives them something. It's good for us. I mean, we can get online if we don't have
hookups. Well, I mean, it's same as your phone as it goes off. So when you don't have it, no, it won't work as much. But it also helps you with streaming. Whether you're doing Netflix or Disney Plus, all that. So, but of course you have to be able to have reception, for it. But when you're traveling a lot throughout the highways and stuff, the majority of the time you do have reception. There'll be spots that you don't have, but this helps out tremendously on stress-free driving when they could be doing that or their schoolwork or other things.
That's true. We use this for being able to get online for school.
Yep.
They use it for their tablets, for their games.
And then we can also, when we go on our journey, which does not have free Wi-Fi, and we tend to stay at places where we might travel 2 hours for an excursion that we're going to and stuff. So we throw this in the car, and boom, they have their tablets in the car while we drive. That way, if it's not a movie that they're watching, in there. So it goes a long way. It's helped us out. It's well worth it. Okay, one of the biggest questions that everybody always thinks of is shoes. Where are you going to put your shoes at? We've seen them streamed along the beds. We've seen them hung on the back of doors for the showers. And we got this ottoman for like $9 at Big Lots or something.
I think it was Ollie's.
It might have been Ollie's, but
one of those type places.
All we do, bam, we got all the kids' shoes in there, flip-flops, everything. Just throw it in there, and you're good to go. And it features as an ottoman, too.
Yeah,
we were originally going to get 2 of them, but they only had the one. But it works out fantastic. Right?
It does.
Okay, our next one, board games. I mean, with the girls, it's for rainy days. Uh-oh, they're all falling down on us. Rainy days, it is awesome to have when you can stay inside, you can play them, or in the evenings, you just want to relax. But we went back to some old ones, a Battleship USA game. We got Yahtzee. The girls love Uno. My wife loves
the Oregon Trail.
Hey, and we're in Oregon. Not near the Oregon Trail, though.
No.
The other big one that we got into were just cards. I mean, taking the kids back to like when we were younger.
Slapjack and war.
Fish and learning all of those things. They didn't know that before this. And we were depriving them, I guess. At least that's what they think, but it's like that's what we lived off of when we were younger. So, but it takes you back. It's relaxing. We have more board games in the back, but brought out a few. But yeah, when it's family night, boom.
Family night and bad weather days, this is great.
Yeah, so board games, definitely a must-have on your list. Next one is one of my pride and joys It's the windshield wiper cleaner from the gas stations that you get. They have the small ones there. They don't have these large ones, you know. And when you have the Class A, I mean, it's up there. It doesn't get, unless I'm only 5'7", 5'8". I'm not 6'2" or anything, so I can't reach the top, you know, without it. So if you're under 6 feet tall, you probably need one of these things. You can pick them up at any of your little RV dealerships. I don't think Walmart has them, but I know the bad word Camping World, you know, has them. I think that's where I got this one. But it is a necessity for cleaning your windows when you stop and get gas, because they don't always have the big ones. Okay, guys, for number 10, it's not an item. What is it, baby?
Well, it's a state of mind. You got to be flexible. Got to have a sense of humor, and you've got to be patient.
Yeah, I mean, when things are gonna go wrong, I mean, we just had the other day our muffler, you know, messed up. We have to fix that, and instead of, you can't just get mad about the stuff. Just, okay, let's go find the parts and we'll figure it out and we'll fix it. Or we had the window crack on us. You know, I mean,
we've had things, and I mean, if anybody watched our first our first 30-day update with my little meltdown, I mean, I laugh at it now. I mean, it was just an overwhelming, because you never know what's going to happen, but you know something's going to happen. And it became a joke that every state something would happen. So it's just the way it is, but you've got to be able to deal with it without losing your mind.
And when having two kids running around that don't know the stress or anything, the environment that we're under, you got to be able to control that stuff and have that patience. And then you got to have the flexibility, because especially, you know, it hasn't been as difficult as people have said, other RVers, about finding campgrounds. Because, I mean, nothing against, you got the whole country you can find a campground, you know, eventually. But you might have to change some of your routes that you're doing to find that campground during the dates, you know, that you want to stay, if you didn't book 6 months in advance or anything like that. But yeah, I have that flexibility, because we didn't update for June update. And we're going to go to Reno, and we're going to go to Salt Lake City. And that all changed, because I don't like backtracking, you know, for one. And where we were at, we'd have to backtrack. So we went to Oregon instead. We're still heading over to Idaho Falls, and we're probably not going to go to Glacier, but we're doing Yellowstone and Grand
Teton.
I think.
I might be saying that wrong, but I think that's right.
We're going to spend some time there, and then, you know, head to the Black Hills, and then up to North Dakota. But things could always change. I mean, we're booked just about through that, you know, now. So that is going to be our route.
And you never know what the weather's going to do.
Yes.
We went through part of winter, so you never know, depending on where you are, what's going to happen. I mean, we got up into Colorado in March.
Yep.
And it was supposed to snow. We didn't want to drive this in snow. We just started driving, hadn't driven in snow, didn't want to, postponed our
trip
leave.
A couple days.
Yeah, we postponed a couple days. You never know what the weather's going to do.
Even in California, I mean, we didn't know what we were going to be going, leaving the Redwoods, heading up to Oregon. We didn't know what the roads would be like, and it was supposed to rain for the first time in, 100 days for us.
And
so
we did know we
had
had some windy roads that we were going to be going through, and some mountains, so we didn't know what to expect. And when you can, postpone it. It's better to be safe than sorry.
Yep.
Have something happen.
I mean, this is our home we're dealing with.
Right.
So we're not going to put our home in jeopardy.
And our children.
Yeah, and just to make it, you know, in time to be somewhere. I mean, we got time. That's what we do have, is time.
Yep.
So you just got to remember that.
Be a little flexible. Plans are going to change. Things are going to come up. You never know.
No, and that's our top 10 for unique, different items that you don't think about on it. If you guys have any other ones that you've thought of that we didn't think of, please comment, you know, below. Please like, subscribe. We are steadily, you know, climbing through subscribers.
Thank you for our new subscribers.
Yes, hopefully you enjoy some of the videos. We try putting out different ones every now and then. I got another campground one I'll be doing here, you know, shortly. But other than that, I think that's about it.
Yep.
So we out.
We out.